What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 3 of Lanier Listens. I'm Ford Reasons. I'm going to be helping out for this podcast episode today. And we've got a couple of my friends here. We're going to be talking about some clubs and some activities that we got going on at Lanier. We're all presidents of clubs here. And we just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what we do, a little bit how COVID has affected what we do, and what we're planning on doing moving forward, and just kind of communicate that to you guys. Talk a little bit about it. So yeah, I'm Ford. I am a co-president of FCA. Dylan Lau is the other co-president that helps me out. She was unable to make it because of some technical difficulties. But Presley, Ellie, y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Presley. I'm president of Student Council, and we're trying to get it going this year. It's been hard with Miss Rona, but yeah.
I'm Ellie. I am theater president at Lanier, and it's been interesting doing like half in person, half online with meetings and whatnot. But we're working through it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely been weird. So that's kind of what I wanted to get into a little bit. I'll start I wanted to hear kind of what you guys usually do. Like, what is Stuco and what does Drama Club like normally look like, and then we'll talk about what it looks like now. For FCA, at least, for those that don't know, we meet every other Thursday, either in the Oxygen or Room 400. And obviously, we typically gather in a group. We worship, we fellowship, we get within 6 feet of each other, and we usually have a little talk. We play some games, and it's really great. It's a really great thing that we do on Thursdays. That's pretty much the main gist of what FCA is that bi-weekly meeting in person. So typically, if you were to come last year, that's what we would do. And then Presley, you can go ahead and kind of let us know what you guys do, and then Ellie, you can go.
Yeah, all right. I like to think of Student Council like broken up into like different sections. Like we have the exec board, which is like the officers, because it's a lot of people in Student Council, so we break it down with the officers. And then we have like the general board, which anyone can join, and you just pay dues, you get a t-shirt, come to all the meetings. And then we also have the herd, which is it's like own little section. It's like the athletic department of Student Council, and Ethan Cole's over that, and that's just like done with like the football games, baseball games, just like getting school spirit at all these different sporting events. And years prior, we've really tried to focus on carrying the herd over to like the arts departments too, like getting people to come to like the chorus performances, different plays, different things. And well, I wanted to mainly this year change the way Student Council works, and Corona helped me, but not in the way I wanted it to. It really did change the way it's gonna work, but usually there's been a disconnect between exec board and like the general board. But this year I wanted to really have like everyone come in. Like if you come to a general board meeting, like you're gonna be the one like giving your opinions. Like we really need help with ideas and stuff this year, because we usually are the ones who plan like homecoming and like the dodgeball tournament and like just different things that go on at school, but we can't have those things this year. So we're still trying to make things fun, still trying to have things happen, but we'd love if people were to join too, just bring in their ideas. But yeah.
Awesome. Ellie, you want to go ahead?
Sorry, I can't do technology. So yeah, with Drama Club, we would have meetings like once a month, and it was just like a bunch of thespians and maybe not thespians, or just like people who loved to do theater. Like some of them weren't even in the classes, and we would have a good time. We would have a great community. Like we would all like show so much love to each other, and we would have so much fun together. And of course now we can't do that as much because we're not right. together. But yeah, we would have meetings like once a month. We would do workshops. We would like learn more. We would advance like our skill sets and like do better in like try to learn more to our skill sets in like acting and tech. Like it's not all centered, like there's not all the acting. There's like lights, like learning lights, learning sound, and learning all the technical aspects of it. Like it's a complicated environment. It's very stressful, especially during tech week, especially during show week. Like it's hectic, but like with with this new year, it's going to be really interesting trying to like bring together the online people and the in-person people and try to not lose that
Yeah.
and like be distant from each other at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, it's weird. I feel like, I mean, with every club in general, but like FCA, you know, drama club, like the focus is like fellowship and being close with one another. Like for drama, like y'all literally like act like that's your job, is to be close. And like for FCA, like, you know, we're trying to build relationships and grow together. Like you have to be in person to do that, really. At least that's what we thought. And like Stuco, y'all have like meetings and stuff, you know, y'all are doing community service and all those kinds of things that are in person. So now I kind of want to talk, I guess, I know we can complain a little bit here about like what, maybe I know Preston, you had like a lot of plans for Stuco. And so like, I just want to hear how COVID has like, I don't want to say ruined those plans, how it has, you know, changed from what you thought. And then we'll come back around and we'll talk about some like good things. Cause I know for like FCA, at least there had been some good things that have come out of this. You know, we had planned, we actually like extended our leadership team. We have like 20 leaders now. We were going to have, you know, like weekly leader Bible studies at someone's house. That is definitely frowned upon. You know, we were gonna try and expand, get more people in the auction, more people. We're actually, I think we're gonna move to room 400 again, which is like a smaller, more intimate setting, which was like a really good thing. Now it used to be, but smaller, intimate setting are not good anymore. And so like, there's a couple things. I don't know if y'all know about FCA After Dark was another thing that we did last year, where we all went to this little like farm, this little like house basically, and we had like a big worship night with like schools from all over Gwinnett County. We can't really do that right now. We actually had to cancel our second one, like as like the COVID outbreak started, like school shut down like the night before we were gonna do, the night before we were gonna do FCA After Dark. So like we had to cancel it on the spot. It was weird. So anyways, that's kind of how it has like affected FCA. Like a lot of our plans to meet up in person have kind of been foiled. But what about you, Presley? What are some of your things that you were planning on doing but can't necessarily do yet for Stuco?
Yeah. Well, I mean, every year we have homecoming, and I'm sure that's been a big question in a lot of people's minds about if we're getting a homecoming. And my main issue with everything that's been happening is that I always get no answer. Like I've told my parents that my word of the year is going to be frustrating. Like everything is just simply frustrating because you don't know until like the day before something happens if it really is going to happen. Like I know our cheer coach was telling us last week about how Blessed Trinity's football game got canceled 2 hours before kickoff happened. Like, and it's just really how it is with everything. And I wanted to do like, we usually have a dodgeball tournament, but I wanted to make it like bigger, like everything really that we usually do. I wanted it bigger and better, more involvement, more people there. And that's the exact opposite of what we can do now. But, and like GASC, it's our end of the year. It's kind of towards the end of the year. It's in February. It's like all student councils across the state of Georgia come together, usually exec board members. And you can run for positions there. So it's like a higher up level of like executive board members. And we ran for a position 2 years ago, and I think we were parliamentarian, didn't last year. And I wanted to like make that one of our main focuses, just to like get our school more involved with the state. But like, we don't know if that's happening now. It's just a lot of big question marks with everything. But
Yeah. Ellie, what about y'all? Any like big plans that y'all had in the summer, you know, last spring you were planning and aren't really able to happen this year?
Yeah, well, last semester we were supposed to do High School Musical.
Yep.
And for that, we were anticipating quite the audience. And of course, like the month or like 2 weeks before like we were gonna put up the show, like we were gonna start putting up the show, like Corona hit, and suddenly we don't have a show. Yeah. And so like we don't know what we're gonna do with that now. We have no clue where that's going. But like with Drama Club this year, like I really wanted to focus on just like uniting, like making it more of an acceptable community. And like that was my initial thought in like February when I first considered running. I was like, I really want to create a welcoming environment that is like heartwarming and that is encouraging and that just like loves everyone. And I want this to be a safe community for absolutely everyone, like whether they're in a theater class or not. Like, because we like with the students that aren't in a theater class, like what are they going to do now in drama club, because they're not really connected that much to the other thespians in drama club because they're not in the class. And it's really all up in the air right now, but like I was really focused on community, and now community is a really difficult thing to try and invest in, because like half of your community is talking through a screen on a Zoom call, and then half of them is in person and half of their face is covered. You can't tell if they're like smiling. You can't tell if they're actually well at the time. Like if they're feeling like, you can't be like, hey, it looks like you're kind of low today. Can I help you? Can I like, you want to talk it out? Like, no, you can't see half their face. You don't know what they're thinking about. So it's really, it's really interesting trying to figure out how to bring the community together and become like a better, stronger theater family when we're supposed to be separated in a way.
Yeah. I felt all I felt all that on a very deep level. Me and Dylan have had so many conversations trying to figure this stuff out. Like nothing is certain. Like I felt what you were saying, Presley, like there's just everything's a question mark. No one knows anything. It's really difficult to keep a community when you're not actually in community with each other. So yeah, I mean, I think it's hit all the clubs hard, but like I don't know if this is just me being proud of Lanier, but I feel like Lanier is a special place. That's why like Daniel wanted to do this podcast. That's why we're doing this. Like I don't really know of many other schools that are like pushing clubs, but like I know like a handful of clubs that are like still working like hard at Lanier. I mean, this is just like 3. Like we have a million clubs at Lanier, and we're actually gonna give you guys a club interest form. So stay tuned for that. But because of that, like I don't know, I just think Lanier is built different. Lanier is gonna persevere. So like I want to hear, despite of all that, like what have you guys been able to do? Like what has been good for you guys? Like for us, we have been doing weekly devos on the Instagram page. Like we've been able to like use the Instagram page a lot because that's like the best way to reach everyone at once. And instead of just doing Zooms, we've been doing like weekly devos, and we have like plans to meet monthly, probably virtually, but like because it's virtual, we can include like all of Gwinnett County FCA, not just Lanier. It's like that builds a little bit more of a community. So like there's a couple other things we've been able to do, like a little bit more focus on like the remind messages, and so yeah, like we're really trying to figure out how to use social media better, use that kind of climate better, and that's been really good for us. So what about y'all, Presley? What has worked for y'all so far?
Yeah, I mean, mainly over the summer and like these first couple of weeks, everything's kind of been at a halt because in addition to Corona, we also got completely new sponsors for student council. It used to be Miss Barnes and Miss Smith, and now we have Miss Lemaster, and we're trying to find another teacher to help us out. But one thing that is really good that we can still do is like Spirit Week days. Like usually leading up to homecoming, we do have like those Spirit Week days and everyone gets to dress up. It's so much fun. We can still do that because people are in school. It's not really violating any CDC guidelines. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, I wanted to start, like a holiday Spirit Week, like leading up to finals before Christmas break, and do like different days and just like get people excited before finals, like something fun to break up the stress of finals week. And then also community service is one thing that we haven't usually focused on in the past a bunch. We've done like Adopt a Child, where you buy presents for a family who needs help with like giving their kids presents, or like Thanksgiving meal boxes. But those are just like 2 events that we've done that have like, we do it once a year. But I wanted to do community service, like try to do something once a month, because like these families need help all year long. Like they don't need help just during, like those are especially hard times, but like they really do need help throughout the whole year. And community service and like food drives, different donation things, like that's something we can still do and like obey CDC guidelines. So I'm really excited about that. And quick plug, follow at Lanier Stuco on Instagram. You can keep up with our Remind will come out soon. More information about meeting days will come out, and that's really how you keep up with us. So
yeah, follow at Lanier HSFCA on Instagram to keep up with it. Ellie, go ahead and what are y'all doing? You can plug your Instagram if you want.
Yeah, so I think we're all in the same boat with Instagram. Like, what a tool. Follow at Lanier Theater Company, because that is, but theater RE, because that's the important detail. RE, not ER.
Yes.
But yeah, we've been able to utilize Instagram like in more ways than we have before. So we're doing Spirit Weeks, like we're doing our own like theater Spirit Week in like the next 2 weeks. Just like in celebration of everyone being back for the most part. And then we're also doing food drive. So we're doing Totski in October, which we do normally every year. And we thought that it might be a question mark as well, because like, who knows, like, yeah. But like, so like we're collecting food and giving it to food drives. It's like Halloween, so it's in October, but it's like foods. So like we get the canned foods and we bring them to food drives. So we're able to do that. We're able to do community service. It's a little complicated because I wanted the I wanted the theater to get more involved in the local community theater. Like me being an intern there, like I thought like, it would be a really good connection. Like I could bring a group of people who were interested in doing internships at Eagle and with theater, and like they would learn more about what they are interested in doing in theater. But of course now everything that is happening at Eagle that was supposed to happen is moved to next year. So it's a little complicated with that too. But we are still doing drama club meetings. We're figuring out how we're gonna do like after school, if we're gonna do like half in person, half online and whatnot. And when we had our first rehearsal, that was the most amazing thing. Like we all just took a moment to sit in the theater. We took 5 minutes to just sit and soak in the theater, and it was the greatest feeling ever. Like it was fantastic. It was like just being back in the theater after like 6 months. Like it was the most fulfilling thing ever. And so we've been able to have like 1-act rehearsals. 1-act is our competition.
Yeah.
And that's been an interesting process, trying to block socially distanced and stuff, and like deciding, like figuring out if we are going to be required to wear masks during the show or not. Like, but like at least we're still doing the rehearsal process. We're still like having drama club meetings, and we're still doing our like community service. But social media we've been utilizing as much as possible, and it's really like just expanding our horizons, I guess, as a program.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. I didn't even know that both of y'all were like doing us that much stuff. That's why I'm excited to talk to you guys about this. But yeah, like for us, Instagram has been huge. Like we've learned things that we'll like keep doing even when we get back to normal, you know?
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that, you know, I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but if there's anything you guys want to like plug, like for me, I'm gonna tell you, stay tuned on the at Lanier HSFCA Instagram. We're gonna put out information for the monthly, probably live streams or Zoom, something like that. And all of Gwinnett County is invited. It's gonna be really cool. Presley, are there any like service opportunities, or Ellie, is there anything that y'all want to plug that's like coming up soon? Or
Yeah, just follow our Instagram once again at Lanier Stuco. That's the best way. We'll send out whenever we have an official meeting date and come to the meeting, and we'll have it in person and on Zoom, and that'll be a way you get the information about what's coming up, and then there'll be reminds coming out, and our Twitters too. We have Lanier _Herd on Twitter, and Lanier Herd on Instagram too. That'll be more information about athletics though. Yeah.
Ellie, you got anything?
Yeah, basically sort of the same thing. Follow Lanier Theater Company on Instagram. Join the Reminds as well. They are also on the Instagram. And we have our second meeting coming up October 1st. It's going to be if we can do it in person, it's going to be a makeup workshop. So we're going to be learning how to do character makeup. So that should be really fun.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, yeah, I really appreciate you guys helping me out with this. COVID has definitely made everything a lot different, and it's definitely easy to get caught up in the negatives, but we are working hard for you guys at Lanier to get everything as positive and back to normal as possible. We're still working, we're still having meetings, we're still having active clubs, so we just kind of wanted to let y'all know what's going on. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, hit us up, let us know, follow our Instagrams. And then if you guys are interested in joining some other clubs, we have like a million clubs at Lanier. Go to, was it www.tinyurl.com/2020.
2020 LHS clubs.
Yeah. So go to that and then fill out, and all the information, like the sponsors and everything, is all on that sheet for every club we have at Lanier. We have, like, I looked at it this year and like I still found new clubs I didn't even know we had for 4 years. So y'all check that out. Join a club. It's really great, and we're still working hard. It's still happening, even though everything looks different. So unless y'all have anything else, y'all good?
Thanks for having us on here. Thanks for letting us plug our clubs.
So yeah, I appreciate you guys, and hope everyone has a great week. As always, hit us up if you need anything, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.